Hey folks, I'm Gene Della Sala. We are at Kaleidescape at CEDIA 2019. We have Michael Cobb here. He's going to give me some education here. I had no idea that Kaleidescape is doing all of this awesome stuff. I want to share this with you guys. For people that are really looking to have the very best quality HD audio and video, not just in the primary room, but to distribute it through the house. These guys have an awesome solution. So I really appreciate, Michael, if you can kind of give us a rundown of these three products, what they do, what people need if they want to do a primary theater and a couple of other rooms, what kind of configurations you recommend. If you could just give us a rundown of that, I appreciate it.
Sure, thanks Gene. Thanks for coming by. So we're standing actually in front of our product lineup right now, and in answer to your question, if you were going to start with let's say a single room, then the best place to start would be with our Strato S movie player. So this is a movie player that's capable of playing 4K movies with high dynamic range and lossless audio, so Dolby Atmos, DTS:X, lossless audio formats at very high bit rates. It plays them off of its internal hard drive, so it has either a 6 or a 12 terabyte hard drive internally, and the content is purchased from and downloaded from our movie store. We have content licenses with all the major motion picture studios and a number of other content providers. So the movies are purchased through either a web browser or our mobile app right on the screen of the player, downloaded to the player, and then you can play them in your home. If you wanted to expand that system to, let's say, a second or a third room, you can add our Strato C movie player, which has the same player capabilities but no storage. So then they network together over gigabit Ethernet, and each of the players can play content from that hard drive. For larger systems or larger libraries, we offer our Terra movie server. So the Terra has storage, either 24 or 40 terabytes of storage, and also processing power to run things like the database and serve up the information that's displayed in the on-screen display. And with a Terra, you would pair some number of Strato C movie players, really basically an arbitrary number. The Terra can support playback simultaneously of 10 4K streams to 10 players, or up to 35 HD movies simultaneously.
And that's in full surround sound, full lossless surround?
Yeah, that's right. So that's all, in the case of 4K, 60 to 100 megabits worth of video and audio data, including lossless Dolby Atmos, lossless DTS:X, or Dolby True HD, DTS HDMA audio.
See, now that's an important distinction, because all of the streaming services now, whether you use Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever service you're using, even when you get Atmos on them, I think Apple TV just got Atmos and Netflix is streaming in Atmos. It's not completely lossless. It's Dolby Digital Plus with Atmos. You're actually able to stream with these servers Dolby Atmos with Dolby True HD lossless on it.
That's correct. Yeah. So a lot of people don't realize that there are two flavors of Dolby Atmos. There's one that's built on Dolby Digital Plus, which is good for bandwidth-constrained applications where you're streaming, over a small pipe. But because we download to the hard drive, we don't have that constraint. We're not even constrained by the size of an optical disc. So, when we receive a master file from a studio, we have staff at Kaleidescape that are actually doing the transcode from that master file to the movie that will be downloaded to the Kaleidescape system. And if they evaluate the results of the transcode of that movie and say, you know what, this needs a higher bit rate, we can apply a higher bit rate, and we're not limited by either streaming speeds or optical disc capacity.
So what you're telling me is you could actually have a better version of the movie through the Kaleidescape server than you're getting on Ultra HD Blu-ray disc, optical disc?
Correct, yep.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. So what's the, well, before I ask you about the price range, what kind of network do you need in your house? I mean, you're not going to be running this on like dial-up, obviously.
Not recommended.
Yeah. So do you need a gigabit switch to do this kind of data throughput?
Yeah, so if you're building a single zone, just the standalone Strato S, then that can actually run off of Wi-Fi if you have to, if you don't have Ethernet where your equipment's going to go, because at that point you're downloading content and you're downloading data, but you're not sharing it within the house in a sort of a real-time fashion. What we recommend, however, is a gigabit Ethernet, and if you have more than one component, so that you're playing video from one component to another component, then that's gigabit Ethernet is required for that. In terms of download speed, that's another factor to consider. One of the things that's nice about downloading is even if you have some limitation on your download speed, your movie is watched once it's downloaded. So you know, you're not worried about buffering or hiccups in the video. You just go ahead and play it off the hard drive. But in terms of being able to deliver a movie quickly, basically the higher bandwidth the better. We can download to the systems at hundreds of megabits per second.
Awesome. So do you work with home automation systems like Control4, Crestron, Savant? You have drivers for all that?
We do, yeah. Basically all the major control system manufacturers, we have drivers for that. We have control over IP. We also have a mobile application on iOS and Android, so you can control right from your mobile device.
Awesome. So last thing is just run over the models and prices and availability, and then we're pretty much wrapped up.
Okay, terrific. Yeah, all these products are available today. And they start with the Strato S in a 6 terabyte capacity, so that's $5,495. It's also available in a 12 terabyte capacity, and that's $7,995. The Strato C is $4,295, and then the Kaleidescape Terra movie servers are $10,995 for 24 terabytes and $14,995 for 40 terabytes.
Awesome. Well, Michael, I appreciate all this information. You've basically brought us up to speed on Kaleidescape. I had no idea you guys had all this awesome stuff going on here for streaming and getting better quality than you could even get on optical. That's pretty awesome to put that through the whole house like that. It's just awesome. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please thumb it up, like it, share it, join our Patreon at patreon.com/audioholics. And until next time, keep listening.